If you've had more than 1 cup of coffee today, you're skating on thin ice. Consider liking and subscribing. A new study found that it could be bad for your health if you've had more than 1 cup of coffee today, and even kill you. Researchers at the University of Toronto have found that around half of us have a genetic variant that helps us metabolize caffeine quickly, which is good. But if you're in the other half of people who don't have that gene, drinking too much coffee might be punishing your kidneys, and over the long term, it can lead to kidney disease. Now, a separate study they did in 2006 also found that people who don't metabolize caffeine well are at a higher risk of heart attacks. And drinking too much coffee could be putting you at risk in more ways than one. Now, there's no cheap and easy way to see if you have the gene. If you don't get a huge buzz from caffeine, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And being able to fall asleep after a cup of coffee at night doesn't mean anything either, except that you can fall asleep after a cup of coffee at night. Now, some DNA tests can tell you if you have the gene, but they're pretty pricey, around $200 if you want to drop that kind of money. So the lead researcher says to just assume you don't metabolize caffeine well and drink no more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Now, one thing to take into consideration, other studies have found up to 5 cups of coffee a day is good for us, though. So maybe take all of this with a grain of salt or a grain of sugar.